What is good, YouTube? Chris's Cakes here, back with another sneaker review, and today we have the Jeff Staple and Nike SB Dunk Low Black Pigeon. So these shoes released this past weekend, I believe it was November 11th, for a retail price of 95 UK pounds. They're a collaboration between Jeff Staple and Nike on the Dunk Low SB. Jeff Staple owns, I believe, the Staple brand, and this is the second time they've collaborated on a Nike SB Dunk Low. The first one I'll show you real quick right now. It's called the New York City Pigeon, or the NYC Pigeon. And this shoe released 15 years ago, so 2005 I believe it was. This shoe was crazy hyped. There was only 300 pairs made, and resale on that sneaker at the moment is around the 7,000 to 8,000 pounds mark. So yeah, super limited. This is the second collaboration, the Black Pigeon. Not so limited, not so hyped up. But yeah, first off we'll get into the box. As you can see, a pink Nike SB box. I think this is a bit of a throwback to the older Nike SB era, around the 2005 era when those original Pigeon Dunks came out. From what I've googled, because I'm not that much of a dunk fan, from what I've googled up is the original Nike SB Dunks used to come in sort of different color boxes, so that they have the orange boxes, the silver boxes, and the pink boxes. Then after sort of that era, no one really cared about the boxes. But yeah, that's what I understand, this is a little bit of a throwback. All pink Nike SB box. Oh, one thing I did notice about the box, and I'll show you real quickly, is this acronym here, TRD. So I know obviously Nike use stuff like QS for quick strike and stuff like that, but TRD, I'd never seen that one before, and I wasn't really sure what it was. So a quick Google, it only seems to be related to the Nike Dunk, and it stands for traditional. The Nike Dunk has been changed quite a lot since its original release, and a lot of people dislike those changes. So the traditional one means it's more of a throwback in materials, cut, design to the older style of Nike SB. Like it has the fat tongue, the zoom air, etc. And we'll get into that in the review. So let's get into the sneakers. So as you can see, a predominantly blacked out Nike Dunk with that red outsole, the pigeon on the heel cup, and a tiny little bit of red on the heel counter and tongue tab. First off, we'll get into laces. The sneakers did come with an additional set of laces, which was these red oval style laces with black lace tips to kind of match the outsole, and a few little hits of red, so you see the black lace tips. They probably would go quite well, but for me, no, I'll keep the black ones in there. I like that completely blacked out upper look. Yeah, like I said, we'll get into the sneaker. First things first, obviously the main thing everyone was hyped about or interested about, let's focus in on that, is the Jeff Staple Pigeon logo, or the Staple brand Pigeon logo on that heel cup. A recent interview with Jeff Staple, he said that he's collaborated with quite a few brands now. He's collaborated with Nike, he's collaborated with New Balance, Puma, and a host of other brands. But on his collaborations, he said he only puts the Pigeon logo on collaborations that he's extremely proud of. So not all of the Staple brand products have the Pigeon logo. So he said obviously he only puts the Pigeon on his most the collaborations that he really enjoyed the most. So yeah, that is the big hype around the shoe, that it does have that pigeon on the back. First off, we'll get into materials. Now, being a newer Nike release, I was expecting the materials not to be that good. I was actually quite surprised. They're not bad. It does have a nice nubuck on it. It's not a suede, but it is quite a premium nubuck. And honestly, I thought it was going to be that very stiff, rigid, newer Nike material. But it is actually quite soft. It's a bit plush. It's got a nice little press to it, especially around like the toe areas. Again, it's nice and soft. So it's definitely not that stiffer material. The leather paneling in the middle panel and the toe box, again, I don't know if you'll pick it up because it is completely black on black, but it has a nice crease to that softness of the leather when you press down on it. So the materials are quite good. That was quite impressive. The second one that worried me a little bit is they said the sneaker was waterproof or water resistant. and for me that would mean again that the leather would be that stiff material, but no, it's a nice soft material. So apparently these are water resistant or waterproof. They're leather and nubuck anyway, so I don't know how much water would go through that, but yeah, they said they're waterproof. Okay, so I'll give you a quick 360 of the sneaker. So you obviously have that pigeon on the heel cup. You do have that red Nike. Are we even in focus there? Let's see. Red Nike embroidered in the heel area with a nice leather panel here. On the medial side, identical to the lateral except for no pigeon on the medial side. Toe box, black perforated leather with a nice soft press on it. And the tongue area, it's going to be difficult to see because it's black on black. Again, it's always tough with completely tonal black. On the tongue tab, you do actually have Nike and SB in there, but they're blacked out. So all you can really see sorry, is a red Nike swoosh, but there is actually a black Nike up here and an SB down there, completely blacked out on that tongue tab. Like I said, we're getting back into the traditional elements of the sneaker. So you do have this very fat styled, it's probably difficult to see, very fat padded Nike SB style tongue, and that is something on the older models, the more traditional models of the Nike SB. The newer ones have a much thinned out tongue, or a more newer style tongue, and a lot of people dislike that. Jeff Staple did say this shoe is kind of a hybrid of older style dunks and the newer style dunk, so he has got mixes of both elements in there. I think the old elements, or the traditional elements, is the fat tongue and the heel cup padding. It's going to be difficult to see because it's blacked out, and it's a fat tongue, so it's hard to get it in there. That's what she said. But yeah, there is a little sort of extra padded area around this heel cup part here. I don't know if that's a traditional part or an old or a new school part, but additional padding in that heel ankle area. He did say also they went for the Zoom Air in the heel unit of the sneaker. The insoles are stuck down, so I can't actually take that out to show you, but he did say yeah, they went for the Zoom Air inside the heel, and that's the very old school Zoom Air logo. One thing I do like about this sneaker, which I'm assuming is one of the new elements, is it does have elastic tabs holding the tongue in center place. I hate that when I wear sneakers and the tongue sort of drifts off to the side, and then you get like this one open part here where your socks showing and stuff. So I like it when they use elastic to center the tongue. Outsole is that general Nike SB outsole, very similar, almost exact copy of the Jordan 1. Well, the Jordan 1 was a copy of the Dunk, I believe. Well, either way, the same outsole as the Jordan 1 with the black Nike SB hit in the middle. Yeah, that is pretty much the review. Oh, the tongue is a nice thick mesh, so no leather on the tongue, but a very nice coated mesh. And yeah, like I said, that's going to wrap up the review. Resale on these at the moment is pretty good. I mean, it's quite low, so it's pretty good for a buyer. Retail price was 95 UK pounds, and resale at the moment is anywhere from say 135 to around 180. Don't really pay more than 180 for a pair of these sneakers. But I would highly recommend you pick a pair up now while the resale price is low, because I can only imagine in the future the resale price of these is definitely going to increase. They did all sell out, but I believe most of that went to resellers, because a lot of resellers seem to have multiple pairs and they're all sitting, so no one's really buying them. I think in the US they sold out, or they were a little bit harder to get in the US, but over here in the UK they were pretty easy to get if you're online at 8 AM when they released. But yeah, definitely if you have an opportunity to pick a pair up for resale right now while the resale price is lower, I would definitely say pick a pair up, because they're definitely a sneaker you want to have in your collection, and I think the price of these will definitely go up over the years. Obviously they don't have the same limited numbers as the original New York Pigeon, which was around 300 pairs. This is probably more like 3,000. Or even more than that, but definitely pick a pair up. Quality is very good. Sizing, again, true to size. For me, Nike, I'm true to size in all of it, which is a UK 9, US 10. And yeah, that's going to wrap up the review. If you want to see some more sneaker reviews, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to see follow me on social media, Twitter and Instagram. It is Chris_S_Ramos. But there will be clickable links in the description if you can't bother to type that in. Please comment on the video, reply to all the comments and questions. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it and share it. It really helps with the revenue. Them YouTube checks ain't hitting like they used to. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the review. Peace.